So I'll make this video. You can use my phone. I know you guys are really wondering about the specifics on this deal. So let's get into it. I'm not gonna take this all apart again because I'm lazy. I've been doing this for days. But anyway, so if you look at the back of your bolt and you see this bracket right here, that's your brake bracket. So essentially what you're gonna do is you need to shave down this bracket enough to where this striker wheel will fit. And I would like to give you precise measurements, but I pretty much went with a 3/4 of an inch. You're gonna knock down the bumps, and I'll post a picture as well, maybe in this video or whatever, where you can see it more clearly. But you're essentially gonna shave down these humps that normally ride on this bracket here on the swing arm. You're gonna shave them down flush. So that's pretty simple. I literally took a grinder from Lowe's and a cutting wheel, and I shaved them down flush. Obviously this is still like bare metal and shit. Like I literally just got this together and mocked it up. Okay, so I'm gonna take it back apart eventually and paint it and whatnot, but there's bike night tonight and I'm fucking going. So anyway, also with this bracket, there's not a gap. You just have those humps that come out, and then that's what rides on the swing arm. Well, you're gonna cut out the back of that bracket. So essentially left over, you'll have a piece. I just had it in my hand. Oh, there it is. So you're gonna have a piece. It essentially looks like this. So you got the brake bracket. You shave down those two humps on the brake bracket, and you're gonna cut a block out. And like I said, I have a picture that's way more descriptive than this, but so I did that, and then I shaved down this bracket as well. Maybe too much, because I just took the bracket and shaved down the piece that I cut off and then put it back on to create a spacer. You're gonna have to create your own space here, right? So these are some 3/4 inch washers I got from Ace Hardware. And because essentially when I lined it up initially, the tire, these bolts right here, they hold on the brake caliper, or not the caliper, but the disc. They were rubbing right in here. So you need to make sure you have enough. It's very simple. Like I didn't do any crazy measurements. I honestly cut this brake bracket after I got back from a bar. You probably shouldn't use power tools when you're drunk, so I wouldn't condone that, but I did. Yeah, and I was pretty intoxicated, so it still came out pretty good. Obviously needs to be cleaned up. But yeah, so that was probably, I don't know, maybe the hardest part of this was like going and getting some washers and just making the space so the tire can roll freely. So this is a 2015 Striker wheel. It's off a 2015 Striker. You're gonna want to look at the OEM parts breakdown and get everything that goes inside of this fucking wheel. From this oil seal, there's a bearing inside, there's a spacer that goes in, and then there's another bearing that goes on the other side that's a different size than this one. So make sure you order all that shit at once, because if you don't, some of these parts they're taking forever to get here. It's fucking retarded. These little collars, I took the collar off the Yamaha bolt as well, and shaved it down. So you can use some parts from the bolt, but you're gonna have to modify them a little bit. You need a grinder from Lowe's to do this job. I literally went and bought a $50 grinder and bought some cutting wheels and some grinding wheels, and it was good to go. So this is off the bolt too. It's pretty much buying the wheel and the innards inside the wheel when you buy it, and then just creating the space on the other side and then cutting that bracket. It's very straightforward. Like I said, I did most of the cutting when I was intoxicated. I wouldn't do that, but that's how easy it is. It's that fucking simple. So I'm trying to think of anything else I'm missing. This tire is I believe it's a Commander. Yeah, it's a Commander too. So it's a Michelin Commander 2. And fuck, where the fuck is this size? I know it's the wheel is an 18-inch wheel, and then this is a 240 tire. So I'm trying to find the size on here, but I don't see it. So fuck it. Did they just not put the size on here at all? That's kind of weird. There's not much sidewall, as you can see. It's fucking thin. But anyway, that's about all I can think of, guys. The camera got a little bit. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. I had a bunch of people hit me up on Instagram and Facebook yesterday, and I just literally can't keep up with all that because there was so many people. And you know how it goes. People ask the same questions. Anything else about the bike? These are off of a R-Spec bike. I got them on eBay for like 100 and I don't know, fucking $60 or something. That's a Sportster Springer seat that I got off of Amazon for like $80. I had to make my own mount right here. And then I just used this front mount. I had to build a little, like, what do you call that? I don't know. I had to make a little bracket to go down to the seat mount that goes there normally. That's a LED strip off a fender eliminator that I got from Amazon. Once again, it was like $160. It had a tag mount. It's like a smoked LED light. It's got the blinkers built in. It's pretty nice. I guess I could turn my bike on real quick. So there that is. Left, right. I had an extra piece of metal laying around, so I made this little like tag bracket to go on the axle bolt there, and then that's a bottle opener I got from like some dinky ass store. You got Bassani sweepers, no baffles. So this is a low and mean intake adapter kit right here. Super fucking expensive and dumb why it costs that much, but it does. And then this is an $80 Harley intake I got off of eBay. So that fucking adapter is like $220, and the intake is like $80. What else? So it has a guard dog digital ignition. I don't have it set up to auto right now. I just have it set up to manual because I just installed it, and I've been fabbing that up. So you pretty much just walk up, you hit this button, and then you just turn on the switch and then turn it on with the thing. It's just pretty much just keyless. I did that because someone stole my bike and took my ignition. So that's how that went. I have the front wheel off right now. Over time, these bikes, I mean, their wheels, you know, they get nicked by everything on the road. So I'm just respraying that like out there right now. I got Ford controls. I did have Ivan's tune, and if you don't have it, you need to get it. Because like it might not do it anymore with this tire because it's so fucking big. I have no idea, but I could burn that 180 down at a red light like nobody's business. I got this cover done at GNS Customs Imaging. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wrecked this thing, rebuilt it. It used to be white. I rebuilt it white. Then it was stolen. And they spray painted the tank. That's where those two tanks are from, actually. The white one's from when I wrecked it, and the blue one's from when they was stolen. But yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up. Peace.